fail. You need to know and understand where you are so you can plan where you are going. If you fail to plan, you have now planned to fail. So extremely important questions to ask yourself. What is the financial vehicle or plan that will help you reach financial freedom within the next 3 to 10 years? Are you confident with your plan? Do you even have a plan? Most people don't. Is it working for you? What if your plan fails? Do you have the skills you need to create a new plan? Are you open to a plan that works? Let's get paid with Enagic, guys. You need to start getting paid with Enagic. It is profound how beautiful this business model is once you start leveraging it properly. So as an Enagic independent distributor, you will see that it's different by quite a few major things. I touched on a few of them in the beginning of this business section, but let's talk about a couple more things real quick here. So Enagic also offers a retirement plan, and it's not connected to your monthly sales volume. So this starts at $5,000 per month. My wife and I, combined, we're at $20,000 a month of this particular retirement plan, and it took us 5 years to get to that place. So no promises or guarantees of how long it will take you. If you'll ever achieve that is up to you. But this is no longer just a cool thing on a slide for me and my family. This is very much happening in real life as well. It's super exciting. We've all paid our dues and put in our time, and we all started in the exact same place, just like you. So there's no differences. We're just a couple of steps a little bit further along than you may be right now. It's super exciting. We're leading the way. We're showing it's possible, and we're an example that this compensation plan is the real deal, and it's what it says it is. So how this is actually compensated is because the company is 45 years old. Enagic has been investing wisely their company profits into something like a fund that has been compounding and growing significantly over the course of 40 plus years. And when you hit the rank of 682-3, which is where this bonus begins, Enagic knows that you've produced a certain number of sales volume that is also contributing to the fund, which then allows them to be able to continue paying this for the long term and it not be connected to sales volume. Now, here's a really exciting thing that we have the ability to do as well, is we have built-in social proof for new members to show them that this business works. And it could be $380, sometimes more. We'll get into that in a minute. It's zero attrition. Attrition stands for people giving up and quitting. And in network marketing, it's a major issue. The average person only stays for 90 days before they give up. This is zero attrition and permanent ranking. So once you own the machine, once you own the product, you can't quit. You can't give up. You can stop working. You can stop taking action, but your position stays there permanently. So that's huge because over the long term, that's going to add up to a massive business where you can eventually hit those higher ranks. No auto ship or additional cost to participate in the compensation plan. This is also very unique. There is an auto ship on the Ukon turmeric product to choose to get it every 4 months or every 12 months, but it's not mandatory and it's not necessary. It's just an added bonus inside of the compensation plan. You can use other people's money to start your business. So if you study the wealthy people, you start reading books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and other financial education books, you're going to hear about other people's money often, OPR. And you've probably heard the expression where it takes money to make money, right? Or wealthy people keep getting wealthier and rich people keep getting, poorer and broke. Well, that may be true, but it doesn't have to be your own money when we talk about it takes money to make money. It could be other people's money, such as a bank, such as borrowing, having a loan. So that is what we mean here, is that you're able to get a loan for your Enagic products as long as you qualify and your credit's good and you have a job and all those criteria for any loan, but it's an option. So this really helps us build our businesses because not everybody is in a financial situation to be able to buy this outright cash or on a credit card. So it's awesome. High ticket commissions in depth. Wait till you see this. It's not just getting high ticket commissions once when you make a sale. It's in depth, so you get leverage and overrides off of others. It's a global offer, so there's no limitations in terms of countries. That is massive, and you have lifetime distribution rights, which is just so exciting because now, I can't tell you how much money I've earned total, but let's just say it's a lot. My investment inside of the company is exact same as yours. So I spent the same amount of money on my products to establish my business in the beginning as everyone else. But the ROI is infinite. So every single year as I continue to earn more and more and more and more, my startup cost was the same. So that's just unbelievable. 45-year-old company, it's never reduced amount paid out. So in some cases, when a company is really old, they try to change the compensation plan and decrease how much they're paying their distributors and affiliates. Well, that isn't what happens here. They've actually made it better multiple times in the last 12 years that I've been a part of this company, and that's really cool. They're finding more ways of giving and improving and increasing our opportunity of how much we can earn. There's about 1.5 million machines so far, so there's basically no market penetration. You don't have to worry about saturation or everybody has one already or any of that kind of stuff. You'll never have to worry of us running out of people to share this with. The company's doing well over $30 million a month in revenue, and the average 682-3 rank earns about $500,000 per year. I'm not average, and that's not my income. So it's good to know what the average numbers are, but it's not going to apply to anybody who is working smarter and scaling past average. So the business is all about these three key principles: realizing true physical health, as you saw with the products. It is taking care of one of the major pieces of health, 70% of the equation with water, with our physical health. Then it takes care of our financial health. We don't have to worry about money. We can pay our bills on time. We can pay off our debts. We can provide for our families. And when you have your health and you have your finances sorted, guess what happens? You have less stress. You have less anxiety. You have less worries. You have less problems as long as they are revolving around money being able to solve them. It's not really a problem. And that gives you true peace of mind. So you get mental health, mental clarity. It's amazing. Did you know that 80% of the population is living paycheck to paycheck, struggling financially? Most people live to work rather than work to live. Many people don't have the financial foundation necessary to afford the lifestyle they desire. Too often we find ourselves struggling working on making a living rather than a life. Guys, that's no way to live. That's just survival. It's all about thriving and really being able to live life on your terms. The only thing you need to do in order to distribute for the Magic Company is own a product yourself. How cool is that? There are 0 monthly or annual fees, no auto-ship or additional costs to participate in the compensation plan, and you can start your business with positive cash flow from day one. That's unreal compared to many other options that are out there. So let's talk about the KA Comp Plan Mastery. And this may be a lot for you to process the very first time you hear it. I'm going to do my best to keep it simple. You can watch this a few times. It's going to make more sense as you get going with this. But the Enagic's flagship machine is the K8, okay? So we're going to use the K8's price and the commissions that are paid out specifically for the K8 in this example. So the total price is $49.80 plus tax in the US, and the commission paid out is 54%, which is $2,720 total. The commission is divided into 8 points. Each point is $340. So if you do the math, it works up to $340 per point. Now, the 8-point commission structure is patented, and how it works is that every point is equal. So when you look down at the bottom, you start with one slice of the pie, right? One out of the 8 slices of the 8 points. And that is when you begin your business as a 1A associate. So 1 just means 1 point, and then A is associate or agent or whatever. So the first 2 sales you make, you get 1 slice of the pie. The third sale that you make is 2 slices of the pie. You already get a promotion to 2A, which is 680. Once you have a total of 10 sales between yourself and anybody that you sold to, if they made a sale to somebody else, that counts as well. Once you have a total of 10 sales, you are able to get promoted to the next rank, which is 3 points, and that's 1,020. Once you have a total of 20, you're now promoted to 4A, 4 points, once you get your next direct sale. That's 1,360. Then after 50 sales, you're 5A, 5-point agent. That's $1,700. And once you have 101 or more, you're a 6A, and that's 2,040 per sale that you make. So there are 6 different ranks you can achieve. Your first 2 direct sales must go in your 1A lane. This means you can earn 1 out of the 8 points. When your 1A direct sales make their own sales, you earn 1 point from their sales as well. And not just from their sales, but also from their team sales. The lane your new sale goes into depends on the total number of directs and team sales in your organization. If you make a sale while your organization is between the numbers at the top, the sale goes into that lane. If you make a direct sale while your organization has between 3 and 10 sales, the direct sale goes into your 2A lane. You will earn 2 points, 680 for each K8, from every team sale that happens under that direct sale. So look at these boxes. You made 1 sale. They keep selling to other people using the platform, online advertising, CEO, really promoting this on social media or any other way. You can keep making 680, 680, 680. Like, it's incredible when you start thinking about how many of these sales you need to just replace your full-time job income. It's pretty mind-blowing how quickly that can happen. You only achieve a new rank when you make a direct sale. For example, if your first 2 direct sales had 10 total sales in their team, both direct and team, then your total organization will have 22 units, which allows you to then go to 4A on your next direct sale. You will now earn 4 points from the new distributor sales as long as there are 4 points to earn. You can now see the power of leverage with the system as team sales are made. The same system begins for each new teammate. Look at this, guys. You make 1 sale in your 4A, 1,360. And then it starts to go down and down and down. And as towards the bottom, you'll notice that it eventually descends back to 340. But that's okay, because you're going to keep doing this and repeating this process. And you'll be getting checks from multiple team members from different places and really starting to feel the benefits of leverage. Once you have over 100 units in your organization within your 8 points, your next direct sale goes into your 6A lane. This is the first major leadership title. You will now earn $200 for every K8 sale beneath those 8 points where you weren't being compensated anything for that before. And you will also earn a $3,000 bonus for hitting 6A rank. So let's talk about 6A and above. 6A is really like the beginning of the business. Even though it's exciting, you've made a bunch of money up until that point, it's only 100 product sales total. The real true power of this compensation plan starts after 6A. So in order to become a 6A2, it's pretty self-explanatory, but when you reach 6A and you help 2 people in your team reach 6A, they have to be in different lanes, so underneath separate direct sales that you've made. That makes you a 6A2. Now you get quarterly bonuses, which end up adding up, and they're real nice, plus a $6,000 bonus. Now here's basically your career roadmap. So you go from 6A to 6A2. We talked about those. Then when you have 2 people in your team hit 6A2, you become a 6A2-2, which is $12,000 bonus. When you hit 6A2-3, which is 2 people on your team hitting 6A2-2 each, then you get a $25,000 one-time title bonus. That's actually a typo on there. It's not monthly. It's one time. And then you get a $5,000 per month as the retirement bonus begins. And then as your business continues to duplicate and multiply, just because the products are so amazing, the marketing and advertising strategies are effective, and more people see the power and potential of Enagic products and opportunity compensation plan, you hit this exponential growth, this critical mass. It starts to compound and avalanche over time. And you can do all of this from your laptop and your cell phone with social media. Like, it's unbelievable what's possible here. And over time, other people will hit these ranks in your business. So it will promote you and advance you in your business. I am personally very close to 6A2-5 in my business. My wife's already 6A2-3. She's going to be 6A2-4 before the end of 2020. And we have 2 other positions that are 6A2-2 as well. So all of this combined over the course of almost 7 years adds up, right? And you start getting checks and income and bonuses from all sorts of ways. But I started at the beginning just like you. I started at 1A just like you. So over time, most people underestimate what they can achieve in 5 years and overestimate what they can achieve in 1 year. So it leads to a lot of frustration and mismanaged expectations because people are like, I'm going to hit 6A2-3 in 12 months after starting, which could happen. It's possible, but it's more likely not going to. It's going to happen in year 2, 3, 4, 5. So, and what if it took 10? Even if it took 10, would it be worth it? Well, I know my answer to that question when I first started is absolutely, because there wasn't a better plan that I've ever seen. So I was willing to pay my dues, go through the learning curve, make mistakes, fail my way through success to ultimately be able to reach those higher levels of income and legacy and be able to pay that on. And if something ever happened to me, these commission checks continue to roll in for my family, which is, I think, part of all of our dreams, right? I think everybody wants to retire their parents unless they're already wealthy and retired. But if they aren't, like my parents weren't, and a lot of other people's weren't, it's part of our dream to be able to give back and take care of our parents, right? And then also we want to take care of our families and our spouse. Something ever happened to us, this business gets passed on to them and it continues to pay them and take care of them into the future. And I think that's so beautiful about how Enagic set this up. And this is a picture that is sentimental for me that I just want to share with you to inspire you of what's possible. There are faces and names on this Enagic Hall of Fame, about 35 people, 30 to 35 people all over the world since the beginning of this company in terms of the business. When I started in this business, 6A seemed like an impossible mountain to climb. And part of the reason for that was because I didn't have online. I didn't have any mentors. I didn't have any people to teach me and show me the way that you guys have. I was basically having to figure it out on my own. So I was like, how in the world am I going to get to 6A? The biggest inspiration in my life at the time from a business perspective was my old boss from door-to-door sales. He was like the pinnacle of success for me at the time I started this because he was doing really well. He was a millionaire. He would come in out of the office once or twice a week and live his life, and I was running everything. I was basically the guy, running his whole company. And when I told him about Enagic, I was so excited. I had, eyes of grandeur, and I'm going to make it to the top. And I had that hope for my future that I was going to hit 6A and go even further than that. And I shared it with him. And I just wanted his approval. I wanted his blessing. I wanted him to be like, you can do this. And you know what he said? He's like, you're never going to hit 6A. And it just kind of crushed me. I was like, oh, the one guy who I look up to just basically said I was a loser and I'm not going to be able to make it. And this is an important lesson for you because you might watch this video, be so excited, so pumped, and maybe this has already happened, but you're going to go share it with somebody that you love and respect and want their approval, want their support, and they might not give it to you. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. And it could feel so shitty to kind of be like, I only wanted this one person to be like, man, you got this, I believe in you. And they didn't do that. But you have to be able to do that for yourself. So I almost didn't start this company. I almost didn't start my Enagic business because of what happened with my old boss. Think about that for a second. There would be, I don't even know, tens of thousands of people around the world who wouldn't have got these products, who wouldn't have these opportunities. Rob and Rye probably wouldn't be doing this. Other people wouldn't be doing this had I not done it anyway, despite that. And the faces in this Enagic Hall of Fame were there when I started this business 7 years ago, most of them. And now, in the bottom right-hand corner, you see my face. And it was a special sentimental victory because it wasn't about the money here. It wasn't about any of that stuff. It was just about, holy smokes, man. When I started here, I saw a math equation under people's names. I was like, 6A, it was like algebra. I'm like, 6A, 4 minus 4. I'm like, fuck, I failed that class. I don't know what that means. I didn't know what it represented in the company. And there's people on here now who are in my team on the Enagic Hall of Fame also, not even just me. And it was just such a special moment that this happened many, many years later. So I want you to remember that sometimes we can't see the road past the turn. When you're driving your car at night with the headlights, you can only see a little stretch of the road. You can't see the entire journey to where you're headed. And then you have to trust that there's more road going to unfold in front of your headlights as you continue to drive. And that's literally what I've done in this business. At first, it was about 1A, and I could see 2A, and I hit 2A, and then I could see 3A. And I've continued to do that for almost 7 years, which has led us to this moment now, today, where you're watching this, and your journey begins. And you get to choose where you want to take this thing and how far you want to go. And we're just here for you to support you in any way that we can, to give you the tools, give you the resources, give you the support, but you ultimately have to do the work. You ultimately have to put in the time, energy, and effort to get to where you want to go with this opportunity. And the one thing that I can say with 100% certainty is that this is the right opportunity. It is the right products. It is the right community. All of those things that are a variable for your success are all here. They're all amazing, and they're all exactly what you need. It just really comes down to the X factor, which is you, and what you decide to do and who you decide to become and how far you decide to take this thing. And it's been proven over and over and over and over again. It's not just me. There's over 100 people in the community, and that's what we want to see for you. And whether you go onto the Magic Hall of Fame poster thing is not the point. It's just about proving every fucking hater and naysayer in your life wrong, and most importantly, proving yourself right, proving your family right, that you got what it takes, because you do.